Welcome to class, students. Today, we'll be looking at a very important topic titled Rationale for Occupational Health. Introduction. The workplace forms a central part of most people's life, with workers typically spending 8 or more hours daily in environments ranging from plantation to offices to factories. These spaces should prioritize safety and health, yet many fall short of this standard. Workers worldwide encounter numerous health threats, including airborne particles, harmful gases, excessive noise, dangerous vibrations, and temperature extremes. Direct employee costs include the wages paid without corresponding production, medical and compensation payment, equipment repair or replacement costs, production disruptions, increased training requirements, administrative burdens, and workforce morale problems. Indirect costs for employees improve if sorry Indirect costs of employees involve worker replacement challenges, training requirements for new personnel, productivity adjustment, administrative time for investigation and documentation, negative effect on team dynamics, potential damage to company reputation. Key principles of occupational health: universal workers' rights, policy establishment, national safety systems, structured national programs, inclusive stakeholder engagement, preventive focus, ongoing improvement commitment, information-driven approach, health promotion integration, universal service access, support system of affected workers, education prioritization, enforcement mechanisms. These are the key principles of occupational health: universal workers' rights, the policy establishment, the national safety system, structured national programs, inclusive stakeholder engagement, preventive focus, ongoing improvement commitment, information-driven approach, health promotion integration, universal service access, support system for affected workers, education prioritization, and enforcement mechanisms. So basic concepts in occupational health, we have four basic concepts: the worker, the tools, the process, and the work environment. The worker is the people, the individuals; the tools are the instrument used; the process is all the activities in the work environment. Then the work environment itself is the space, the office, the industry, the factory. The worker. In developing economies like Nigeria, the workforce displays several distinctive characteristics. Employment primarily occurs in informal sectors, particularly the agriculture and small-scale industry, garages, tanneries, poultry workers. High unemployment rates often exceed 25%, with both unemployment and underemployment increasing annually. Workers face elevated occupational risks due to limited familiarity with worker processes and exposures, insufficient training opportunities, reluctance to report hazardous conditions for fear of job loss, higher prevalence of occupational illness and malnutrition, and underdeveloped infrastructure for diagnosing, treating, and preventing work-related conditions. So let's check again. Workers face elevated occupational risk due to there is limited familiarity with work process and exposure. Like most workers are not being properly trained on how to go about handling the instrument and equipment. There's insufficient training opportunity, like I said earlier on. reluctance to report hazardous condition. For example, when workers face problem in their work, they find it difficult to report due to the fear of them losing their job, or the employee the employer feeling that the employee is not experienced enough to handle the job. So there's high prevalence of occupational illness and malnutrition. There's underdeveloped infrastructure for record for diagnosing, treating, and preventing work-related conditions. The tools. The tools utilized in work environments span from basic implements, hammers, chisels, needles, to sophisticated automated equipment and specialized working materials. So the process. Work process often involve potentially toxic materials whose harmful effects are influenced by the process itself. The physical properties of substance such as particle size and state, solid, liquid, gas significantly determine their potential health impact on workers. The work environment. The occupational environment encompasses all external conditions and influences present in the workplace that affect workers' health. Today's industrial worker functions within increasingly complex surroundings that continue to work more complicated with ongoing okay. Today's industrial worker often function with increasingly complex surroundings that continue to grow more complicated with ongoing human innovation and invention. Interaction in the working environment. So interaction in the working environment. We have man and physical, chemical and biological agents. We have man and machine interaction. We have the psychosocial work environment. So we have man and physical, chemical and biological agents. The physical agents, we have physical hazard in the workplace which include excessive noise levels, extreme heat and humidity, airborne dust particles, mechanical vibration, electrical and lightning conditions, various forms of radiation. The chemical hazard arise from excessive airborne concentration of chemical dust, mist, industrial fumes, liquid substances, toxic vapour, gaseous compounds. Biological agents. Biological risk encompasses presence of insect and rodent, harmful microorganisms, poisonous plants and animals. While ergonomic hazards, it includes or it encompasses ergonomic challenges include improperly designed tools and work areas, insufficient work procedures, incorrect lifting techniques, poor visual connection, repetitive motions in awkward positions. Man and machine interaction. Industrial environments rely on power-driven machines for mass production. However, several machine-related risks exist, which are unguarded machine components, protruding and moving parts, inadequate electrical and machinery installations, insufficient safety measures, prolonged work in uncomfortable posture can result in this chronic fatigue, persistent backache, joint and muscle disease, reduced worker health and productivity. Psychosocial work environment. Workplace interaction extend beyond physical conditions to include complex human relationships and psychological factors. Work type and rhythm. job stability, service condition, individual job satisfaction, management leadership style, job security, worker participation and communication, motivation and incentive structures. So occupational health and environmental safety professionals, we have the environmental managers, toxicologists, agronomists, chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, environmental health professionals, industrial hygienists. Thank you for